Hey there, beautiful human. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you our $1 million community funnel. I'm going to be sharing with you the emails, the links, the funnel pages, everything that you need. And it's probably not going to be the funnel. But I am excited to share this with you. And I am, it's kind of amazing that I get to be able to say, we have a $1 million community funnel. And I'll share, a couple caveats to that is that while, our business has evolved and grown over the last 2.5 years, and while some of the things that we've done have changed, for example, we used to use Facebook groups with our community. We've now moved over to Skool. But the strategies and the systems behind it have not changed. They've only improved, optimized, gotten better. And what you're going to get the benefit of is, 2.5 years of testing, iterating, and building the funnels and the systems that now is our system that we use all day, every day. And I'm going to share that with you in just a second. But I want to, before I give you all the links, I want to do a training here, and I want to help you to focus on the right things, because the system, I'm just going to promise you right now, okay, because Russell Brunson has lied to us all, and I won't do it. I'm not going to pretend like this is the funnel. This is, the truth is you're not just one funnel away. And I'm going to demystify why that is in this training video. And the system is not the solution, okay? So this system that I'm going to share with you, I'm going to give it to you. It's not the solution. The solution that you build for your clients and your business becomes a system, okay? And so this is our system that we've built that has worked for us, and I hope that it serves you as well. But I'm just going to come right out and say, Russell Brunson lied to us, and the reason that he did is because a system or the funnel is just one part of a much bigger picture. And if you don't understand contextually where the funnel and the system element fits into the bigger picture of building an online business, then you're going to forever be chasing the shiny object and getting distracted from doing the right thing at the right time. And so today, I'm going to give you a refined system that we have spent thousands of dollars on, countless time and years really developing this system that we use. This is what we use in our business today, exactly as it is today. So you get all the benefit of all the refinement over the years. And honestly, it's probably going to be overwhelming for 95% of you. 95% of you won't even need this. But that's also, why I wanted to give you this training, because I'm going to give you the links so that you can take it. But this training is actually where the real value is. And so that said as well, our part of our business is helping people to implement the systems into their business. And so if you look at this, you're like, no, this is like what I want. You want some help implementing it. You can just comment info below somewhere on this video, and we can have a conversation to see if this would make sense for you. Happy to do that. And then on that note as well, I'm also going to point out the fact that, I'll pull this up too, there's going to be a little red thunderbolt on here, okay? And it's going to say action required. And the reason that I'm putting that there is because one of my mentors, shared this with me, and I think it's really important and really valuable. Whenever you're listening to a training, grab a notepad and be engaged with it, because it's not about what I'm teaching. It's not about what's taught so much as about what's caught, okay? So this training might spur ideas, or you might see something, and I want you to capture that and jot it down. And I also want you to share it, because, we are in community here. There's a lot of amazing people, and you never know like what your idea or your question or your thought, whatever you catch, might inspire and help and support somebody else. And that's the type of community that we're building here. So as you're watching this, I would love you to share in the comments, what are you liking? What are you learning? What's the aha moment for you? And, you never know. That could seriously help somebody else out in the community. So I encourage you to do that. And when you do it, this cool little thing happens. Let's see where it says complete action. I'm going to do this right here. Filming this now. Bing. And you're going to see then it goes action complete. All right, so that is the invitation here. But let's dive in and let's bust this one funnel away BS once and for all. Okay, so the reason that you are not just one funnel away is because the funnel is just the vessel. The funnel is the structure, the framework that holds all of the content and has all the goods. Okay, if you are not that great at what you do, the funnel isn't going to matter. And on the flip side, if you're really, really great at what you do, the less you probably need a funnel. Okay, unless you are looking to systemize and scale. Okay, so all the funnel does is help you simplify and systemize a process that saves you, that should ultimately save you time and allow you to scale what's already good and what's already working. Okay, the funnel is an amplifier, it's not the savior. Okay, but I'm hoping to share a couple things with you today and put the funnel in its place. Okay, and there's a framework that I've been developing and working on and has become the framework that we use with all of our clients. And I think we'll do a good job of helping us identify like where the funnel actually fits in the bigger picture. And so what we do in our business all day, every day is helping the online health pros build $500,000 lifestyle businesses and growing those businesses in a way that doesn't suck. And the way that we do that is we know that in any given week, and like a lot of the business coaches out there are selling some, tactic or a strategy, but that's only going to get you so far. And that's why, if you've ever you've bought a coaching program or a course and then you didn't get the result, it's most likely because it didn't address the entire picture. Okay. And so as an entrepreneur, one of the most valuable things that you can learn as a skill set is the ability to identify where the bottleneck or the roadblock is in your business and then unlock that potential or unlock that bottleneck. And when you're growing a $500,000 lifestyle business, there's really only going to be 5 major, bottlenecks that appear in your business at any given point. And the way we do it is like week after week, we work with our clients and we just work to unlock whichever bottleneck is showing up for them. So those 5 bottlenecks or problems or opportunities when you're building your business are, number 1 comes down to your offer. So there's lots of things that could be off with your offer. Could be misaligned with your purpose, misaligned with the person, the promise, the process, your pricing. It's something you're not passionate about. There's lots of things that could be out of alignment there. And so if things aren't selling, it's probably an offer issue, right? Or there could be a skill deficiency, right? A lot of people that we work with are experts in health and wellness, but not so great at entrepreneurship and business. And so there are skills that pay the bills. And these are the money-making skills like sales, copywriting, content creation, running ads, and leadership. Okay, so if you have a deficiency in one of those skills, that might be the reason why your business is not growing. Then there's as you're growing and you're reaching new levels in your business, if your inner work and personal development is not matching that level of growth, then you're going to end up with a discrepancy there. And this is where imposter syndrome comes in, perfectionist tendencies come in, can show up in lots of different ways. But ultimately, it's like your image, your inner image of yourself doesn't match the results that you're getting in life. And then you end up self-sabotaging or, creating problems for yourself, or there's some limiting beliefs going on. Okay, so that could be another bottleneck. And then systems is most definitely a part of that, of this equation, right? And so the funnel and the automations and the emails and that system is most certainly a point, but it's just one small part of the bigger picture. Okay, and this is what I'm going to give you today. But then also, another bottleneck is sometimes you just need a strategy, right, to execute and make some money. And I've had my back against the wall so many times over the last 20 years as an entrepreneur, and every time I have been pressed for cash, I'm amazed really at the creativity and the resourcefulness that I have been able to develop or wield in order to get out of those situations and create cash injections. And now we have a list of 25, or I think it's growing now, like maybe even 30 different fast cash strategies that we can deploy at any given point. And so when you're building this business, it's like, and this would be a question for you. I'd love for you to write it in the comments, but like, which of these right now is presenting as the main bottleneck in your business that's preventing you from getting to the next level? Do you know? Share it in the comments below. Would love to hear from you. Okay. So let's dive into this systems piece for a little bit and talk about that. So first, let's talk about conceptually the system, okay, and where this kind of came from. So interesting story around community, okay, because this is like what we've built is what we're calling, a community funnel. And now it's like an AI-powered community funnel. But community is at the root of it. And I first learned about the power of community way before I was ever online. And it was, I had just moved. I used to be in finance. I was a certified financial planner. I'd moved to a new city and I knew nobody. And the way that I grew my entire business was I put an ad in Craigslist. Super weird, I know. But it was a different time back then. And it was like, I'm going to be reading a book, and it was Think and Grow Rich. And if anybody, locally wants to join me, you can meet me at this coffee shop at this time. And this one couple showed up, Penny and Jamie. And we sat together and we read the book, and I asked them if they knew anybody else that would want to join this book club mastermind. They invited John, and John invited Aline. And within a few months, I was facilitating 5 groups in person, 5 groups of 10 every day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I was facilitating mastermind groups and conversations, and we were reading the book, and I built relationships, and I pretty quickly became a center of influence for about 50 people. And those people all became clients, and then those people all referred me to all of their friends. And I built my entire book of business just from that initial gathering of building community. And ever since then, I've built small groups and businesses, and in that same way, understanding that at the foundational level of building good business is being good at relationships. Okay. And so that's the underlying principle here. Okay. Is like the community funnel works, and all of the techie and automation stuff works because of the underlying principles of relationship focused, community building, give first type of mentality and philosophy. Okay. And so that's the first thing. And then when we went online, in 2016, I was doing fee-only financial planning. I think it was 2018-ish. We started, 2019, started using, end of 2019. 2020, started to go online and sold my financial planning practice, and was like learning about all the digital marketing stuff. And we started a Facebook group and started to build our systems and our strategies. And bigger picture here. So basically the big nuts and bolts of how this strategy works is, let's see if I can zoom in here. Don't know if I'll be able to zoom in anymore. Oh, yeah, there we go. A little bit. So if you think about when you're building a funnel or a system for client acquisition and getting clients, there is the traffic. So there needs, where is the traffic coming from? And then there is like a space where you nurture and people get to know, like, and trust you. And then there's like your actual sales process where you're enrolling people into your programs. And so for us, big picture, I won't go into all the details of this, but it's, we have traffic. We get traffic from Facebook, Instagram, and our email list. And in all of these sources, we drive people to our community. You might be watching this video inside our community right now, and you might have heard about it from one of these traffic sources, right? And then when you came in here, there's an invitation to book a call with us in our funnel. And then we have these courses and resources where underneath this video, there's a call to action to maybe book a call, start a conversation, or just leave a comment. And And this is how we did most of our lead generation. We would provide value for free. We would drive traffic to that value, and then we would engage in conversations and make offers to people who were a good fit for our program. And so that's as crazy as our funnel really is. That's that is the simple, big picture version of how it works. On the offer side, I won't go too much into this, but it's like we have a front end offer, and then we have a continuation offer, and now actually, I'll leave it at that. We do have a software product as well. So that's like the big system, okay, and or that's the big picture. And what we did here, I'm going to come back to this in this foundations first in a second, because what I'm going to give you, let me show you what I'm going to give you here today. Down here, I'm going to give you a link to this document. So this document will be under the video. And if you click in, what you'll have to do is come up here and there'll be a little duplicate. Okay. And you can duplicate this, or you can just see if you don't have Notion, you can just click the link and you'll see a dark version of this. But anyways, if you come in here, what I promised I would give you is all right here. And so there is a share link. The software that we've built this on is Go High Level. We have our own white labeled version of that we use with all of our clients. It's called Avocado AI. And if you already use Go High Level, you can just click that link, and this entire snapshot, all of the emails, all of the funnels, all of the automations will just go into your account, and you'll have everything that we've just spent years building and a lot of money optimizing. Okay, so that's all there for you. If you don't have that software, what we've done is we've just copy pasted. There's 3 different email sequences. The green to ripe sequence is when somebody opts in for a lead magnet. These are the 6 emails that we send. Then there's the when somebody books a call, what are those reminder emails? And then the new client email, hey, you're in, welcome. Okay, so you can use those as templates. The funnel itself, I'll explain here in a second. And then there's like all of the different automations. Okay, and so the share link will only work if you have Go High Level. Now, if you don't have Go High Level and you want the software that connects with this, then comment below this video Avocado AI, because we do have a software. We can give that to you as well. And it has a monthly fee, but it comes with, some pretty cool bonuses and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, put Avocado AI. And if you are using a different system, what we've done here is these are the pages. Okay, so you can see the pages that are in the system and how we've kind of set that up. So you have the lead magnet. Somebody opts in for the lead magnet, it redirects them to the community. When they join the community, this is a separate page, so they can join the community, and then there's a video right there that says, hey, thanks for joining. Do you want to book a call? We get about 9% of people who join our community just book a call by watching that video, which is pretty cool. And then there's the insight call page, super simple, just a calendar. And then there is the after somebody books a call, there's a video that sets them up well so that they show up to your call ready to go. Ideally they've done some homework, and that's honestly that's the majority of our entire funnel. Okay, we have a lead magnet. When somebody joins the community, we invite them to book a call. When they book a call, there's a video that preps them for that call, and then we share our offer with the people who are a good fit. Okay, and then we have an email sequence that's providing value, and then we invite them, hey, do you want to work together one-on-one? And we make an offer. And then we have a bunch of different automations, which I won't go into in this video, but they're like the simple automations of when somebody books an appointment, those reminder emails will fire. Okay, so this is the system. If you have Go High Level already, you can just share that and you'll get access to it. If you want the system that goes along with this, plug and play, just comment Avocado AI and we can let you know about what that looks like. But here's the thing. I share all of this, and then I know that knowing that 95% of you don't really need this. And many people get stuck in a funnel building hell thinking that that's the thing that they need in order to get to the next level. And if we come back up here and we look at this, I want you to get really honest with yourself. Is the systems the biggest breakdown right now in your business? And it could be. And it could be. But if what you're looking to do is to get more clients or to grow your business, like most of the time, if you just have a couple of the basic systems, like we were doing a lot of this without any of the systems in place. But now that we're scaling and growing, like we need them. And I'm going to share something with you that I hope demystifies this myth that you're one funnel away, if I haven't done that already. But also give you two practical things that you can do right now that might serve you more than trying to figure out how to build this whole funnel and system, okay? So the first thing is yes. Let's talk about the foundations, okay? So if you're trying to get to when do you really need the systems in place? I would say you probably don't even need anything too crazy like this until you're already doing maybe somewhere between 10 to 20 grand a month, depending on your business, okay? At 10 to 20 grand a month, let's call it 15. At that stage, what you're looking to do is put some structure in place so that you can get some of your time back and scale to the next level. And that's really where systems become more important. But you don't need all the crazy systems. So, but that is typically like when you might think about and consider building out more systems like this. But I see a lot of people, too many people, trying to build these systems and they haven't even mastered the basics yet. What's that quote? It's like, I don't fear the man who's practiced 10,000 punches or built 10,000 funnels. I fear the man who has practiced one punch 10,000 times, right? And that is way more. It's like it's the basics, it's the foundations. And working with my coach, who has $100 million fund, multiple 8-figure businesses, his coaching is foundations. It's basics. It's the boring stuff. But I'll tell you what, it works. And if you are not already doing 20, 30 grand a month, and you're not doing these foundations, do not try to do anything too fancy. So when we're working with our clients, we have these like 6 daily non-negotiables, because these are the things that really will move the needle. And I'm going to give you a copy of this, okay? And so if you click this little link here, you'll get a copy of this spreadsheet. And this is a tracker that we use to track the 6 daily non-negotiables that actually will move the needle and will actually begin getting you clients way faster than trying to build this system and funnel. So the 6 things are see it, steal, sweat, slurp, share, and start. So what do I mean by that? So see is be clear on what your goals are. Have your goals, who you're becoming, your affirmations on a spot that you can look at twice a day. And when you look at it twice a day, you can give yourself a little tick. Next thing is steal ideas. Your outputs for creating content and creating is only going to be as good as the inputs that you have coming in. So 10 pages every day, reading something that is inspiring to you, that, make sure you're feeding your brain the right inputs. Next is get in your body. You got to sweat. Okay. Was it like the pump cures all? Okay. So moving your body gets the energy flowing, gets the ideas flowing, energy up, able to show up better. The energetics of the entrepreneurship matter more so than, your automations for sure. So making sure that you're in your body, slurp up the water. Okay. Most of us, well, you're probably a health coach. Most people don't drink enough water. And I know I sure didn't. And then I started drinking more water. I'm like, oh man, this is like huge. I feel better. I'm more flushed. I can show up better. I have better energy. My digestion is better. It's just like, I feel like a better human. Okay. So drinking the water. You might be like, okay, Dan, this seems good, but like, how is this going to get me more clients? Well, the last two are the specific things. Okay. And it is share content, share your life, and start conversations. Share stories and posts every day and start 5 conversations. We use AI bots and we've got some cool automations and running ads. If my 8-figure business coach does this and he says that this is the way, right? You start conversations. I'm going to listen to him, right? And so having real, authentic conversations in the morning before you start your day, just 5 quick conversations. It could be with a collaboration partner. It could be with a potential leader or prospect. It could be with new people who just followed you. But saying, hi, how can I help you? Are you here for the video content, or were you looking to get healthier? Are you looking to lose weight, or whatever that is for you, right? But starting the 5 conversations and sharing yourself in your content. And I'll tell you why people build funnels. It's because this is vulnerable, right? Sharing yourself. There's like probably an emotional charge that comes up, and it's really safe to build a nice little system that acts as a wall between you and people, where you can just automate everything away. This idea that you can just automate everything away, not have to have a human-to-human connection. But that's the stuff that works, okay? So I'm going to give you both. I'm going to give you this little spreadsheet where you can track your habits, these 6 daily non-negotiables. I'm also going to give you all the system stuff, and you tell me. I would love to know in the comments below, which one do you think will produce better results for you in the next 30 to 90 days? Curious. Okay. And the last thing I'm going to share with you that I think is really interesting is in this case, I don't always say this, but if you were to listen to, or like to watch what I was doing and not what I was saying, then you might see something. Because what I said I had was the system and the funnel and the automations that we use to grow to $1 million. But think about what we've just done here. So on Monday, number one, I created a resource for my clients, and then I decided to give that away for free. Okay, so I created a valuable resource. And then on Monday, I created a hype post that said, hey, I'm going to give this away. If anybody wants it, say hi. Okay, and a bunch of people raised their hands and said hi. And from there, I then took anybody who said hi and made a list, and I believe there's about 80 people who all raised their hands, and then we started conversations with them in the chat. Okay, so we had started not 5 conversations, but 80. Okay, and now we're talking to you. Maybe we're having conversations. I'm delivering on what I promised. I said I would. Right, here's the links, and I'm hopefully maybe over delivering a little bit. Shifting some beliefs, and then for a few people who watch this and who we're chatting with, it might make sense to work with us. In fact, a very small percentage of people that we chat with are a good fit for our program. It's typically about 5 to 10%. And so, but for those people who are a good fit, if it is, we'll tell you, and we'll invite you to work together so that we can help you go faster, avoid tech overwhelm, get clients in a way that is, frankly, I want to say easy, but aligned. It's like aligned, and build a $500,000 business, right? And so if that's you, if you want more information about that, what that looks like, just again type info underneath, and one of us will share with you what that looks like. And the last thing that happens is what I've just done here, if you think about this. So I created a resource, started a bunch of conversations, and then I'm recording this, and it will exist in our community. And it will be something that I'll be able to share with people forever. And it becomes an evergreen asset that talks a little bit about what we do and provides some value, and will likely generate clients for months and maybe even years to come. Okay, and guess what this required in terms of systems or automations? Zero, nothing. I didn't need a funnel. I didn't need emails. I didn't need anything. I just created something cool. I talked about it. I started conversations and I made offers. Okay. And so hopefully by showing you a better, like what actually gets clients, and helping you understand like where the systems fits into the bigger picture. Systems is one part, but it's typically when you're already doing somewhere between 10 and 20 grand. You can very easily do, $15,000, $20,000 a month just doing the simple systems like the one that I'm showing you right now. Okay. And, but that said, the systems do have a role. There is a place for it. We've built a really cool funnel and system, and we're going to give it away here. So again, to get access to it, you just click there, and would love to hear your insights. What did you catch in this video? Drop it in the comments below. What'd you like? What'd you learn? What's an insight? What's a takeaway? If you want to learn more about working together with us, where we will just build all of these funnels and systems for you, if you don't want to touch it, we'll share with you the strategies and systems that have helped us build, do $1 million in sales and more and growing. Comment info below. And I think that's it. So thank you for watching this. Thank you for being in the community, and look forward to hearing some of your comments about it. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.